Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me. I think I am downwind from you guys. But it's not. It might start raining. I can see storm clouds coming. But this should be a pretty quick video. I got asked in the comments by somebody, what do you think is the most important lesson to being an INFJ? Now, mind you, I don't think this person was an INFJ. One, because of the way that they talked, typed out their comments. They were just not direct and to the point. So, there we go. We got elaborative speech as opposed to direct speech. And then another thing was like they initiated a lot of fucking comments, and not just like in one night, where they like binged my videos and were like responding. It was like this is over a period of time, and not to call this person out because I have no idea. Like, sorry, I look so crazy. I got off work just a minute ago. Well, not a minute ago. Yes, because I have worn a watch sometime in the last fucking year. I used to all the time, but it's been about a year. Yeah, I don't know. I got off probably like an hour and a half ago. I had some food. I had some fucking Mexican food, like, because I was just so hungry. And yeah, I was just gonna. Do you see the dog? He's just standing in the water. I was gonna stop at this taco truck, but they weren't there, and I was so sad. So I just went to the restaurant, the Mexican restaurant, like that they're back to back to. They're not affiliated, but yeah, I just got some little taquitos, and they were so good. Holy shit! Like, I haven't had Mexican food in a long time. I don't allow myself to eat corn, especially like inorganic corn, conventionally grown corn. Because unless it's organic, it's spliced with, it's 99% chance it's going to be a corn that is spliced with epicite, which will sterilize your ass. And even though I don't want to have children, I'm not going to be sterilized. So, yeah, this person probably not an INFJ, but this is, I think at the end of the day, all this stuff is applicable to anybody of any type. But I think for INFJs, I would really make sure that you listen with both ears as opposed to one, because this is coming from an INFJ who's 35 years old. And I think I have control over it. I mean, like, not control, but that's not the right word. Shit, we got a dog coming up, and hopefully Lander will just stay where he's at. But I'm at the point in my journey that I enjoy being INFJ. And I feel like I'm pretty aware of how it works, So yeah, I think I got 10 of these. Yeah, 10. So I don't think they're in any particular order. But that said, I feel like definitely the first few are gonna be a little bit more important. Sorry, I'm just making sure that the dog stays down here. I don't think he's going to fucking... There's a cliff. Hey, will you stay down here, please? Stay on this beach. Please? You can't come up here. I'm like on a giant stump. Like, just stay down there, please. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yeah, we got a couple dogs, and luckily they're both on leashes, so Lander should just be whatever. If not, I'm gonna have to restart this video, because I'll have to climb down from my ledge and grab his ass. Which on Lander, he is doing well, but he has graduated to being a collarless boy. He no longer wears a collar. This is a transition from, he was leash-free dog for a couple months, 2 or 3 months, but now he's just completely collar-free too. He's really just a free-range dog now. Yeah, you're so good. Hello. And he listens really well. I don't think he ever really minded his collar, but I think he knows like this is a step up in his journey as a boy, a dog boy. BOI. I don't dress him or think he's my son in any way. What's that? No, I'm actually doing a little video. No, you're totally cool. Beautiful dogs. Not really, only the first one. The one she's got is pretty ugly. But he might be old, so we're not gonna hold that against him. All right. So, and I feel like that's kind of a good example of like how well I hold up INFJ-ism. INFJ-ness is just like, I could be embarrassed. I'll even give you guys a POV. So like I'm on a fucking stump right now. Like I had to hold this and hawk myself over. There's the parking lot, and there, you know, it's just like, I feel like a lot of INFJs, you know, unless you have really good control out of it, oh, son of a bitch, you would have just like froze up or something. I don't know. God, and I put on my hat once, and I ruined I looked really cute this morning, like trust. I got compliments. Like 2. Okay. 1. You're never going to fit in, so don't feel sad or bad about it. And if you do find yourself fitting in, you don't belong. This reminds me of a very, very, one of those just paradigm shifting quotes, and it's like tearing me up for some stupid F. The opposite of fitting in is belonging. Okay, if you fit in, you're replaceable. You're not memorable. So I'm not gonna berate on that because like that one hits for some reason. And then an asterisk I wrote, get 1 or 2 like pretty major like hobbies, you know, like I have the dog, okay, like the dog. What did I talk about for the first like 5 minutes of this video? You know, his journey and just his progression as being a better dog, a better pet. Yeah, so that's where I get 1 or 2 major hobbies you can do alone, parentheses, or get a dog. Number 2, you're on a different level than everybody else. Accept it, act on it, and own it. This one's kind of hard because I don't want to feel like I'm like so far up my ass that I'm about to vomit myself up. And I need to think of a better metaphor than that, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just feel like we're on a different level, you know, like for various reasons. If not, we'll just pick one. Our level of introversion is insane. Puppy, get your ass over here. You're not gonna bother them. Come over here, please. I'm so sorry. So yeah, we're so loving and we're so caring and we're so alive, you know, like we're so fucking alive. I think oftentimes we get kind of misconstrued as like corny. And that just, it's like, we're fucking alive, man. We're fucking humans. Like, I don't know, I just feel like that's a very reoccurring theme in my life, is sensing people thinking I'm corny for being so, you know, with that effie parents, so responsible with making there be a cohesive pseudo family vibe, you know, to whatever cohort I'm in. Fuck me, dude. It's just a fucking cupcake. You want to make it corny? Fine, I'll sue your ass. Sorry. Number 3, get used to being by yourself. You are your own best friend. Revel in the four sides of your mind. I just love that we are the wisest jackass in times of like stress, you know, because our unconscious is the ENFP. Like, how fun is it? I mean, yeah, sure, of course. You want, if it's a really, really bad event, somebody's been shot or something, nobody should be cracking any kind of joke. But, hey, puppy, Lander, turn around. Turn around, please. So sorry, so sorry. Turn around, come here, please. I beg you. I beg you. I don't want to redo this. Come here. Come here. It's like the thing with big dogs is like they have big brains, so they have big decisions to make. Do I listen to the bitch? Yeah, and like we just turn alpha when we're like competent, you know, like, which I guess is what I'm feeling now, because it's like I'm in my alpha mode. I'm in my confident mode because I'm trying to, you know, tell you guys, trying to give you guys sage advice, you know. I have no idea. But yeah, I just think that like our subconscious, what I kind of like to think of as like the hidden superhero inside of us, deep inside of us, the Superman. We're Clark Kent normally, but there's a Superman inside of us, who seemingly are opposite. It's the most alpha of the types. The ESTP is the most alpha of the types. So we get to be that person, that literal Superman or Superwoman, when we're on, you know. And, you know, most people aren't, at least in the Western world, if not the in all of the developed worlds, most people aren't subconscious focused, unless they're in Asia for some reason. But I think that's not even the developed parts of Asia. That's maybe like the less developed parts of Asia. Because yeah, it's like unless you live in a country, culture, society that prioritizes like family and culture as opposed to just making money and being in the rat race, you're going to be subconscious focused. Developed world people are unconscious focused, which is, like I just said, it's like you're kind of like stress mode, you know. And like the developed world, what is its best byproduct? Stress. Is this food good to eat? Do I have rent? Is my partner cheating on me? You know, dating apps. Am I going to lose my job? Is my a car going to get stolen, towed, whatever? You know, like it's stress. And then I really like that our superego, which is our violet nature, our reset life, burn down mode kind of thing, is the ISTJ. And the ISTJ is like, for me, I find them very effortlessly sexy. Like it's kind of, they know that they're sexy. They know that they're pretty good looking. Oh my God, look at this fucking dog. What are you doing? You know, and so they're known as the logistician. So that's why, in many ways, I think partly why I made a list, because I've been kind of in a cross mood the last couple days, because at my job, I was transferred over to a new job site for the week, and I am working with a bunch of women who are a little bit older than me by maybe 2 years to like 20, and their job site, this job site, is a place where they go every single day. They don't transfer around. They don't do, like, this is where they live. This is where they work. So, you know, then my ass shows up, this rando person who has not made a single mistake in 2 days. And I didn't make a mistake the last site I was at. I'm literally like completely mistake free, like, which I can't tell you how rare that is. Like, they're like, dude, you literally have not made a mistake. Yeah, because I'm fucking INFJ. I would never say that. What? Yeah, I've been pissed off because these bitches have been like, at some point, like between 10 and 30 minutes into getting to know me, how old are you? And I have dug my heels in, and I don't care how nice you were, I don't care how innocuous the question is, I always say, that's a rude question to ask a woman. Legally, culturally, taboo. You are not allowed to ask me that fucking question. Okay? That's a question, that information will come up on my accord. If I deem you okay, if I, whatever, if I think it's pertinent, but like, between it, really with it just being something that's taboo, I am not going to fucking answer the question. You're not and I don't care how old you are. I'm going to say, you're fucking rude, no matter how nice you actually are, because I feel like society is out of fucking control, and I don't know, like, I've got the INFJ stick up the ass. I am a stick up the ass, where it's just like, no, you're not going to ask me that question, for whatever reasons. I don't care. I don't care. And I do have reasons, and I have kind of explained a couple of them, because there are a couple, and they just kind of, okay, like, yeah. And I've lost a little bit of sleep to it, but I did research on Google, and there are hundreds of articles that say, no, you do not ask anybody's age, especially a woman. Because right now, one of the reasons is I just want to be anonymous. I've moved down to my hometown after about 18 years being gone. So I don't want anybody to know I'm here. So if I tell them how old I am, they're going to be like, oh, so because they know I'm from Monroe. And so they'll be able, oh, so you graduated in 2005. Do you know this person? And I'll be like, either yes or no. And I don't want to be in a position where I say no to lie, because it doesn't matter. Then they would find that person at the grocery store or the gas station, or they'd call them up and be like, hey, did you know Wendy's in town? She works here. It's not a question. There's other things too, like, oh, so do you have kids? Oh, so are you married? These are questions, that question leads to other questions. If not, just shut the fuck up and leave me alone. We just fucking met. Sorry. Number 4. 90% of your serotonin, the shit that makes you happy, is made in your gut, your stomach. Your gut is like a second brain, equally as important second brain. So what you put in your body is extremely important. And I'm not just talking about food and drink, okay? Anything you smoke, whatever. All of the shit that goes in your body, I want it to be organic. Certified organic, okay? You smoke weed, you say, I'd like the stuff grown without pesticides. I don't know if they're actually certifying organic weed yet, but like, you can say, hey, I want stuff that's grown without pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, all the sides. I don't want none of that, okay? When you open up your bud, look and see if there's mold. Tons of mold in legal weed, tons. I'm gonna put a video up, and you guys are gonna see how much fucking weed is in that shit. Organic, and I'm just gonna say, eat lots of beef, okay? Eat mostly beef. Like, you will just think clearly. You won't be hungry all the fucking time. Avoid carbs and sugar. If you get anything from this video, no matter what your fucking type is, avoid carbs and sugar. Quality over quantity. No farmed raised anything. No farmed raised chicken, no farmed raised fish, none of that, okay? That shit is beyond bad for you. You have no idea. I ate sushi that has farmed fish in it for about a month, and I literally had this giant acne patch that is gone, but I think it's scarred a little bit. Hopefully it'll be gone. I'll do like acid treatments and stuff like that and just regenerate hopefully the top skin layer, and it'll be gone. But dudes, like, you cannot fuck with farmed fish, and don't fuck with farmed chicken either. Do not. You're very sensitive, okay? And like, it's really hard to be an INFJ because like I feel like we see so much and like a lot already gets us down, so you don't need to poison yourself from the inside out. We're already being poisoned from the outside in, you know? Number 5. It's okay to hate humanity, but you have to love individuals. I know that's a little bit tough, okay, to kind of wrap your head around. But the way I put it is like, humanity is fucked, yes. But that's why we are here as INFJs. We are only here to save the direct lives / souls of the people that we actually come into contact with, okay? So don't be a bleeding heart for charities and like, you know, an example of the Ukraine people. No, you need to be, and I know that sounds harsh, but no, you are best really here to help people direct, face to face, you know? And yeah, that might not be like in a designated kind of like charity kind of environment. It might just be like you're at the bus stop and there's an old lady and her bag of groceries fell out of her car, and so her cans of cat food went everywhere. You run your ass over there and you help her out. You help people out who fucking need it. Act on it. That's what I meant by number 2. You must act on it. We're kind of like servants. Number 6, and this one is, you can think of it as silly as you want. You can. I really don't care how this comes across to you, but I'm just gonna say it so you can listen to me. You're probably an alien. You know what? If you're just feeling funny one day, if this is hitting you as hilarious, look into it. There's very many documented, like people have, there's races of aliens, okay? And I found this out because my last name is one of the races of the alien. Like one day I typed in my last name because it's a Spanish last name. So I wanted to know what it meant. And along with the translation, it brought up this stuff, like this database of aliens, and one of them is mine, it's, you know, with the last name. And I read about it and it was just like, holy shit, that's kind of like me, holy fuck. So I think, and so that's just how I found it, okay? I wasn't just looking up aliens one day. I've never been have I seen shit? I don't think so. Nothing's coming to mind. But yeah, look into them. There's at least 6 different races of alien, at least 6. And you will be able to pinpoint yourself out in one of them. Because if you're INFJ, and this is a common thread that people think with NI-DOMs, INTJs, and INFJs, they're like, 100% of these people are not of this earth. Like, and I often don't feel like it. I really don't relate to really any human being. I really fucking don't, dude. I really never have. Like, I will cross breed with them. I've never had a kid, don't want one though, never been pregnant, but yeah, there's just this difference that I feel between other people, just because my wants my desires, my feelings, I feel like are so much otherworldly. And with that, it's just to help you with your origin story. I think just in general, even if you're not INFJ or ETJ or feel like you're not human, you should have an origin story, okay? Just know your story as well as you know, whatever character you best love, Superman, Batman, whatever, you know what their backstory is. Know your backstory, Take 2 steps back and just see what you've gone through, where you came from, what you've overcome, what your plight in life is, And yeah, it'll help you to deal with the day-to-day, like the loneliness and stuff like that. The resounding just alienation that you feel from individuals and society at large. Number 7. If you act in good faith, I'm sorry, I wrote this one backwards. If you act in fear, you'll end up in a good place. If you act in good faith, you'll end up in a better place. Either way, you're protected. So have fun. With this one, I really want to stress that you should, if you're INFJ, if you are indeed INFJ, you should go through life kind of feeling like I don't know how to put this one. Just like you're protected. I don't want you to do anything stupid or anything. That's why I don't want to say it. But just know that you are kind of on a special mission and you work for someone or something special. And yeah, you have an air of protection, like an aura of protection. So, because whenever I think about my life, whether I did something out of fear or I did something in good faith, I've ended up always better in a good spot, And yeah, like right now, I'm kind of at a low point in my life just because of where I physically live with my ENFJ mother, and we do not have good relations. Me and that type have just historically not really seen eye to eye. It's been with multiple. There was one that I got okay along with, but at the end of the day, they were just like, you're really extreme, because they're the protagonist. And when you have somebody like me who isn't trying, who literally tells people, don't fucking ask me my age because I don't want you to know shit about me. It's really but they want all of the spotlight on them, but nobody's paying attention to me when I'm in the room. It kind of really just cheeses them off, I don't know if that made sense. So, so have fun. Don't worry about starting over. Don't worry about your age. Don't worry about how dumb something might feel. Like I was 24 when I just decided to quit my job as a CSR, working 9 to 5, just getting a regular hourly, basically office job. I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a goat farmer at 23, 24, Insanity. I work with a 24-year-old and she will never leave this job. She's worked at it for 4 years. So she's stuck, she's stuck. She's an INFP, she can go fuck herself. Sorry, INFPs, sorry. But when you guys are unhealthy, I hate you. Number 8. This one's gonna be the simplest one of them all. Learn MBTI ASAP, okay? It's not just enough to know your type. You have to be able to break it down with your cognitive functions, because each of the 8 cognitive functions, those are, 8 voices in your head. So it's really helpful when you know how the inner critic inside of you talks to yourself, that voice, what your inner child is saying, what, your blind spot is, what your inferior is, your insecurity. And yeah, just to know, like I was saying in number 3, number 3, you got to know what the 4 sides of your mind are. You got to know you got to know that you turn into a jackass when you're stressed out. You got to know when you start making a fucking list that you're kind of in burn down mode. And for me, I feel like my superego, because I've been stuck in it, I'm fairly certain for about 3 years now, and I fucking love it. I feel like it's at this point it's kind of angelic because it keeps me in check in that it's omnipresent, and people don't really fuck with me partly because of that, because I am well organized. I don't make a single mistake, you know. I follow the rules, I follow protocol, I'm always on time, you know. You can't tell a bitch nothing if she's not fucking up, you know. Number 9. Weed and alcohol, and I guess any other drug like pharmaceuticals, whether they be stimulants or antidepressants, those things dull you, okay? They dull your NI, they dull your NE, they dull all of it. So, you know, if you need to use them, cool school, but use them responsibly, sparingly. Make sure it's good quality. Like I said, the weed, that you can get organic beer nowadays, you know, like it has to be good quality what you put inside of yourself. And number 10, psychedelics are your friend. Okay, I hope that didn't piss anybody off because it seems kind of out of left field, but no, like I'm serious. Like you can either take an intermittent trip every, you know, once to probably 4 times a year or something, give or take. You know, if you're just having a really fucking hard time dealing with whatever kind of situation you're in, or probably not at the same time, because there's tolerance that builds up with psychedelics, but you know, it's all give or take. But microdosing, I feel like, does wonders for us. I mean, it does wonders for all of the types, quite honestly. All of the types. There's not a single type that does not benefit from microdosing at the very least. But for us, I feel like, especially with the former, a full-blown trip, like 3.5 grams to 5, I don't really change. I could be right now on 3.5 grams and you wouldn't even fucking know. You literally wouldn't fucking know. Like, I literally don't change, but inside I feel like I've gone home, and I've never felt that anywhere, ever. I've never been able, I could go to a place that I lived at and I wouldn't be like, oh, this feels like home, no matter how many years I lived there. And I've never felt that anywhere, even when I was there. You know, it was just like this place that held my shit. And it was sad, you know, because that's feels like home. Yeah, what's that feel like, you know? But yeah, when I am in that world, like, I literally feel it. I'm literally happy. I'm literally, like, alive. I'm beyond content, you know? And again, but I present just like this, like a normal person. The trip is all inwards, you know? And it's just, I can't say enough. A lot of types, if not all of the types, would also benefit from, you know, a responsibly well-planned, well-guided psychedelic trip. Again, 3.5 grams and up. You can start off small though, with like 1.5 grams to 2, you know, just to see like the potency of the mushrooms, how sensitive you are, da 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 da. But yeah, I cannot tell you, for me, how much psychedelics are basically the only place where I'm truly actually happy. Because the rest of the time I just kind of look like I do, which I don't know, like you know, I don't have smile lines, you know, but I'm not an especially sad person. I'm just really not impressed with humanity at the end of the day. And I'm just like you guys, where I have a job that I'm at for 10 hours, except unlike yours probably, I don't get a lunch, I don't get a single break. It's 10 hours straight. I work for the government, so it's sanctioned. I signed something that said I was okay with that. But, and not to say that I work any harder than you, but I'm just saying, like, I am in every man's person or in every woman's person. What? And I feel, you know, the stresses of being alive in the developed world, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry, there's some people walking, and I kind of lost it. And there's some, I don't know if you can see them, but there's some fisher people, a lot coming at me, and my leg is falling asleep. So anyway, that was the 10 tips that I can give my INFJ brethren and sisterin. But really, I think this would apply to anybody of any type. Probably ENFPs would really love it. I feel like that's most of my audience is ENFP who thinks they're INFP. Or, I'm sorry, ENFPs who think they're INFJ. I'm sorry, I've met more ENFPs who thought they were INF something, P or J, than I have ENFPs who knew they were ENFPs. Like an ENFP, a self-knowing ENFP is, which, you know, that's not to shit on you guys. I think people just in general, all E's, don't realize that the E, for like the way that I see it, it's not really so much about how much time you spend alone. It's just where do you get your energy from, which they cannot deny. ENFPs, E's of all types, you cannot deny that you get supercharged from individual people, peoples, groups, or just like culture, movies, books, the internet, like, introverts do too from the internet, but it's just, I don't know, like, I'm kind of a good example of like the fact that an introvert is very just like a self-charging battery, like a solar-powered battery. No, it'd be something else, like one of those batteries that, like a crank radio, where it's like the power's coming from the inside, okay? And you guys are solar powered. Neither one is better or worse, but it's just the power is coming from the sun and outside source, as opposed to, you know, manually working it up yourself, even though somebody else is doing it. I don't know, I fucked that metaphor up. But anyway, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, leave it. I will, you know, if you shit on me, go fuck yourself. This is free entertainment, ass. And I really only have nothing but love in my heart for anybody who's watching this. So with that, thank you so much. Please take care. Tip your waitress or waiter, bartenders. But be safe, okay? And remember, quality over quantity, okay? Bye.